make this video, and I'm going to give some thoughts and some things about Susan that I think should be told. Don't worry, positive, good thoughts. So here we go. Susan has so many talents. It's almost impossible to wrap your arms around them. People talk about a list that's as long as their arm. Susan has a list of talents that are twice as long as my arm. She is a dedicated, loving mother and wife. She is a gourmet cook. She is a wonderful hostess, a party hostess. She has some of the best parties that I've ever been to. She is a tireless worker. And she's also the family diplomat and family arbitrator. And the list goes on and on and on in the same vein. Now, most of us don't have that kind of a talent pool, talent list, and it's interesting how that came about. You're not born with it. You gotta get, you can get born with some of it, I guess, but you have to have some help and some teaching to get you to the point where Susan is. And we both had tremendous teachers. Our mom and dad, Mama and Papa, Gunny and Jerry, to relatives and friends, were our teachers, and they were the ones that set a road out from when we were very young. They set a road out for us that we were to follow. And Susan followed that road meticulously, never missed a turn, never missed a crossroad. She was always right there, on time, all the time. She would sit with More for hours on end in the kitchen, planning menus, recipes, place setting, how to introduce people. It went on and on. She had a teaching lesson there in learning how to be a gourmet and a perfect hostess. Then we moved on, and she would talk with Papa, and she would talk about some of his lawyering, and that lawyering involved a lot of arbitration, settlements, and diplomatic items, issues, where he would have everybody leave the table happy that they got their best shot. She learned that from him, and she is taking great advantage of it as one of her best talents now. Susan used to, I remember in 1750 especially, she would watch my mom pull 50 feet of hose around the backyard. She worked so hard on her gardens, pulling the hoses, doing the weeding. Susan saw it.
I do that in my sleep.
It rang, a bell, true blue with her, and she learned that hard work is a talent that will pay off. So she has the talent that she learned taking this road that Mama and Papa had set out for us. Now, there is not a problem, an issue in cases where there is a lot of talent involved, where people with the talent can't execute the talent, can't apply the talent. And the thing that comes to my mind automatically, I don't know why, Papa and I used to go to the Bears games and going all the way back to Wrigley Field. And in the Gale Sayers era, we were at a game and they introduced a lineup, and there's a guy by the name of Livingston they announced as the starting fullback. They used to call the second back the fullback. And the fans, who's Livingston? Never heard of this guy before. So the game starts, and Livingston gets a few carries, and both of those carries were like 30, 40 yards. This guy Livingston had the speed of light, and he had legs that were the size of a telephone pole. It was unbelievable, the talent that this guy had. They would have two guys trying to tackle him and 3 or 4 other guys jumping on top. Livingston would still carry the ball 40 yards down the field. He had talent galore. My thought was, this is the year for the Bears now. We got Sayers, we got Livingston, we're going to the championship. Well, it didn't turn out that way. Livingston wasn't able to really apply those talents, wasn't able to get his talents to work for him. And in a matter of 3 or 4 years, he was done. He left the Bears after 3 years, went to New Orleans for 2, and then he was out of football. And we can say the same thing about any number of athletes. Another one that comes to mind is Tim Tebow. He was a football player, Texas, not University.
He's thinking Johnny Manziel, but
Texas,
yeah. And Tebow, both of them. Florida.
Quarterback, could throw the ball a mile. He was All-American.
I think he's got more info than any of us.
Winner when he was a junior. #1 draft pick in the pros. He had all the talent going for him, but guess what? He never started consistently for any team in the NFL. And after about 2 or 3 stints with different teams, out of football. Once again, he couldn't, for a variety of reasons, a lot of it having to do with off-field stuff, but he couldn't apply that vast talent pool that he had. Contrast that with Susan. She knew exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing on her mind that she was going to do with all of these talents that she had worked out, sharpened, and honed over her trail, over her road that Warren and Papa had driven for her. It was the most important thing in the world to her, and that was her family. And she was going to, right from the get-go, was going to take all of her talents, apply them to the family in order to make the family the best it could possibly be. Her family, the best it could possibly be. Make her family strong, make everybody in the family understand how important it was to have family and strong family. That was how she was going to take the talents that she had and put it to good use.
Woo, yeah,
So I know, right now, Momo and Papa are looking down from heaven.
That's the other Momo.
Saying, Susan, we are so proud of you. Keep up the good work. And I'm here to say, Susan, I am so proud to be your brother. Happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. And have many more in the coming 75.
You bet.